Hey everyone, I'm Sendoh, and over the past few days it's quite likely that you've come across way more cheaters than usual, or better said, more cheaters who don't even try to hide it. For a few weeks now, there's been speculation that Valve may have disabled some detection modules, or as some cheaters were saying, had completely turned off the game's anti-cheat. And while that's not entirely true, there is an explanation for the whole situation. Valve has been installing new AI-powered systems, which are supposedly much more powerful. So today we're going to talk about this, because it could be the beginning of a halfway decent anti-cheat system in CS2. Let's go! Starting a few weeks back, the quality of CS2's anti-cheat system dropped significantly. And no, it's not just that cheats got better. Several detection modules for very obvious cheats simply stopped working. Suddenly, you could use aimbot again or do actions that the anti-cheat used to flag as suspicious. At first, even in cheater forums, people were saying maybe it was just a temporary shutdown. But after the latest game patches, there was a speculation that there was no anti-cheat running at all. Cheaters were saying they used Spinbot for entire matches without being detected. Others were using bunny hop scripts and aimbot. Many behaviors that would previously get a match cancelled, now nothing happens. In fact, I myself saw someone in a livestream play the whole match with aimbot and impossible kills, and the anti-cheat was totally non-existent. A lot of you are saying the same, that suddenly you're facing way more cheaters than usual, and it's not just the typical kid with radar or someone subtly using wall hacks, it's people trying to one-up each other with blatant hacks. But let me say this, the more confident cheaters get, the easier they are to catch, because the truth is, Valve has been installing and configuring its new AI systems, which are much more powerful and efficient at detecting cheaters. And in fact, over the past few hours, we've seen the backlife system back in action again, though I don't know if it's fully ready yet. According to Gabe Follower, Valve has implemented the new AI hardware with the H200S XM model, the updated version of what they previously had. It's twice as powerful, which means Valve's new system should be able to analyze a higher volume of matches, interpret player inputs more accurately, and detect what actions are normal and which are suspicious. One question we all had was whether this new system would need to start from scratch. Since the machinery is new, it could be assumed that the reason so many cheaters were getting through was because it needed to relearn everything. But based on some responses in Gabe Follower's post, it seems that everything learned by the previous model was transferred to the new system. That means, being way more powerful, it should be able to correct errors and interpret data better. Though I really don't want to give you false hope, because as always, the anti-cheat situation in CS2 is a very slow and exhausting process. If Valve only implements these new systems and doesn't adopt other extra measures, cheaters will always find ways to keep doing what they do. The truth is, for now, over the past few hours, I've seen a lot more banned players in my match history, and we've seen some back lives again. But there's still a lot of work to be done in this area, and hopefully, these new systems can help ease the situation a bit. Right now, the major starts in less than 24 hours, so I don't think we'll see a big wave of bans until the start of Season 3 of Premier Mode. I'm pretty sure Valve was hoping that the AI-powered anti-cheat would be strong enough for Season 2 of Premier, because like we mentioned before, it made no sense to switch seasons if everything stayed the same with the cheats. And the dev team probably thought the same, that's why we spent over a whole year in the same season. When they launched the second season, we didn't have a ranking for weeks, so they were clearly aware that their system wasn't powerful enough to detect all the cheaters, or rather, it couldn't even detect the really obvious ones. So the decision to implement a new system that's twice as powerful could be to carry out a proper cleanup for the game's third season. But as always, it's not up to us, it's entirely up to Valve. So I truly hope that after the major, we'll get some news on the anti-cheat system. There's not much more to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with everything in CS2. I'm Sendoh, and I'll see you next time.